Caraval. It's like stepping into a world that forgot the rules and replaced them with glitter, chaos, and wildly bad decisions. For Scarlett Dragna, Caraval was more than just a fantasy. It was her escape plan. She spent her entire life trapped on a tiny island, practically imprisoned by her control freak of a father who seems to think parenting is just another word for psychological warfare. So, when a golden ticket to Caraval finally arrives, it feels like destiny. This isn't just an invitation. It's freedom wrapped in fancy paper and sprinkled with glitter. And Scarlett is desperate enough to risk everything for it, but she's not doing it alone. Because where Scarlett is cautious and overthinking, her younger sister Tella is reckless and allergic to common sense. They're complete opposites, but also kind of the only family they've got. So, when Scarlett receives her long-awaited invitation to Caraval, of course she brings Tella along for the ride, except nothing goes according to plan. Instead of some glamorous entrance, Scarlett wakes up cold, drenched, and very much alone on the unfamiliar shores of Legends Island. No Tella, no explanations, just a sinking feeling that she's already in over her head. And then, Legend, Caraval's puppet master and resident drama king, drops the real bombshell. Tella's been kidnapped, hidden somewhere in the twisted labyrinth of the game. And if Scarlett ever wants to see her again, she's got to win. Simple, right? Yeah, no, because Caraval isn't your average scavenger hunt. It's a beautifully crafted nightmare designed to mess with your mind. From the second Scarlett steps into the game, she's hit with a flood of illusions, cryptic clues, and allies who turn out to be anything but trustworthy. And that's what makes Caraval so intoxicating. One minute you're hypnotized by dazzling markets and performers who make magic feel real, and the next you're second-guessing everything you see. Because in Caraval, nothing is ever what it seems. Scarlett's initial awe quickly turns into panic as the lines between reality and illusion blur faster than Tella making bad decisions. And let's be honest, that's exactly what makes this book impossible to put down. You're constantly questioning what's real, what's fake, and whether Scarlett will survive long enough to find out. But she's not navigating this maze of madness alone. Alright, let's talk about Legend, the guy everyone whispers about but no one actually knows. Think of him as the Wizard of Oz, but with less heart and way more psychological manipulation. He's the mastermind behind Caraval, the dude who built an entire world just to mess with people's minds. And let's be real, he's really good at it. Legend doesn't just create illusions, he creates emotions, and then he weaponizes them. Scarlett isn't just running through some magical scavenger hunt. Nope, she's practically his favorite puppet. Every fear, every hope, every single desperate move she makes to find Tella, Legend's probably 3 steps ahead, already laughing about it. But here's the thing. Legend isn't just some generic bad guy with an evil laugh and a dark castle. He's mysterious, charismatic, almost impossible to figure out. He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time, like a shadow you can't quite catch. And whenever Scarlett thinks she's figured him out, he switches things up so fast it's like he's reading her mind. One minute, Scarlett's feeling like she's finally making progress, solving clues, inching closer to Tella. And the next, Legend yanks the rug out from under her with a twist so ridiculous, you almost have to respect it. Like, of course the rules suddenly change. This is Caraval. Consistency doesn't live here. And Legend, he knows exactly how to play with Scarlett's head. He dangles hope in front of her, only to rip it away just when she thinks she's got it. He uses her desperation for Tella against her, like it's his favorite pastime. Every tiny bit of progress? Oh, it comes with a price. But what really makes Legend such a genius is how he's never actually there. He's just a presence, always lingering in the background, constantly messing with Scarlett's sanity. And the worst part? It works. Every single time. One of the most iconic scenes? That fancy masquerade party. Scarlett walks in expecting some classy Great Gatsby vibes, but instead, it's like the Met Gala had a baby with a fever dream. Glitter everywhere, performers doing things that would definitely break some health codes, and guests throwing themselves into the madness like it's all perfectly normal. But here's the catch. Nothing is normal. The glamour starts crumbling. The party guests feel more like puppets than people, and Scarlett quickly realizes she's surrounded by illusions that are just a little too convincing. It's the kind of party that leaves you wondering if you'll ever sleep again. Legend's manipulation isn't just a part of the game, it is the game. And he's not only messing with Scarlett's emotions, he's messing with ours. And you know what? It's so addictive, it should probably come with a warning label. But here's the real kicker. Legend isn't the only one pulling strings. Because in Caraval, everyone's got their own agenda, and Scarlett's just starting to realize how deep the rabbit hole goes. Before we continue with this video, I want to ask for your help. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, so I'd really appreciate if you would subscribe and help me out. Okay, let's continue. Here's the thing about Caraval. Every moment, every scene is engineered to mess with Scarlett's head like it's some kind of twisted science experiment. She's told over and over again, it's only a game. Yeah, sure, because games usually involve kidnappings, emotional manipulation, and a constant threat of death, right? Totally normal. But here's the problem. It all feels real, like painfully real. Scarlett's constantly thrown into situations where she has to make impossible choices. And every single time, she's left wondering if she just ruined her only chance to find Tella. One of the most brutal moments? When Scarlett's forced to choose between following a clue that could lead her to Tella or keeping herself safe. It's like the game is built to make her fail, constantly asking her, how much are you willing to sacrifice? And because Scarlett's Scarlett, she's ready to throw herself off a cliff if it means getting her sister back. But the real kicker? The whole game is designed to make her doubt herself, to second-guess every decision until she's so twisted up in her own paranoia she can't even tell if she's making progress or just running in circles. And Legend? He's probably having the time of his life watching her scramble. Every time Scarlett thinks she's figured something out, it feels like a win, like she's actually getting somewhere. But the thing is, Caraval is rigged from the start. Scarlett's not playing to win, she's playing to survive. And every victory she thinks she's earned, just another trick designed to keep her hooked. But here's the genius part. Scarlett can't quit. Even when the game is tearing her apart, she's addicted to the thrill of chasing the truth. And let's be real, so are we. Because the more the game breaks her down, the more we want to see how far she'll go to claw her way back up. And just when you think she's finally making progress, boom, another trap, another twist, another reason to scream at the page. Because that's the magic of Caraval. It keeps you spinning, even when you know the whole thing's just one big, beautifully crafted nightmare. And then there's Julian, the ridiculously attractive, infuriatingly mysterious sailor who shows up like he's got plot armor and a secret agenda. From the second Scarlett meets him, he's trouble with a capital T. And let's be real, it's impossible not to be intrigued. He's got that whole, I'm here to help, but also maybe not vibe going on. He's unpredictable, sarcastic, and somehow always pops up exactly when Scarlett needs him the most, like he's either a guardian angel or a total con artist. Spoiler alert, it's probably both. Their chemistry? Yeah, it's insane. The kind of tension that feels like a dare, like they're constantly trying to outwit each other, even when they're supposed to be on the same side. Scarlett's cautious, always trying to figure out his angle, because this is Caraval, where trusting someone is basically asking to get stabbed in the back, or worse, played like a fool. But Julian has this infuriating habit of breaking through Scarlett's defenses. One teasing remark, one infuriatingly smug grin, and suddenly, she's forgetting that she's supposed to be suspicious of him. It's like he enjoys watching her unravel, challenging her to be bolder, braver, to take risks she'd never dare on her own. It's the perfect contrast to the twisted, manipulative nightmare they're trapped in. Because when everything else feels like a cruel joke, their playful banter feels real, like the only honest thing left in a world built on lies. And then there's that moment. You know, the one everyone talks about. Scarlett and Julian's first kiss. And no, it's not some dreamy, slow-motion, stars-aligning kind of thing. It's raw, desperate, and feels like both a confession and a mistake rolled into one. They're tangled up between distrust and undeniable attraction, and it's the kind of scene that feels like the entire world could shatter around them. But here's the catch. Nothing in Caraval is ever simple. Even that rare moment of sweetness is poisoned with doubt. Because Scarlett can't shake the feeling that she's being played, that Julian's loyalty is just another illusion conjured up to keep her on the edge. And that's the genius of their relationship. It's built on mistrust, tension, and those rare moments of real vulnerability that somehow make everything even more complicated. Julian isn't just the charming love interest. He's the wild card, someone with his own secrets, his own motives, and the kind of smirk that makes you question everything. But here's the kicker. Scarlett's feelings for Julian aren't just a distraction. They're both her greatest strength and her biggest weakness. Because falling for someone in Caraval, it's like handing your heart over and praying they don't tear it apart. Would you trust your heart in a world where nothing is real? Because Scarlett's about to find out. So, should Caraval be banned? Probably not. Because, let's be real, that's exactly what makes it so incredible. It's dark, it's twisted, and that's exactly why it's unforgettable. But what do you think? Is Caraval a brilliant masterpiece or just a game that goes way too far? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next one.